Hey y'all, my name is Babbles, and welcome back to Building Tales, where this week I'm looking back at my Baba Yaga build. And this was an interesting one, because this was the first time I'd experimented with building on a diagonal, and also the first time I experimented with combining different elements of building. You can see I've got an organic on the bottom with the legs, and then a structure on top with the house. So, enjoy this look back. Hey y'all, my name is Babbles, and welcome back to Building Tales, the series where I've been teaching myself how to build better in Minecraft using stories. And today, we're going to be looking at a brand new story. Or, well, brand new to this channel at least. The story itself is actually very old. We're going to be looking at the story of Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is a well known character in Slavic folklore, and one of the things that she's known for is riding around in her house that's on chicken legs. So that's what we're going to be building today. And I think we'll start with the legs. So this is what I've got so far. I've got the chicken legs here, and I've lit up the area down there a little bit just to help you see better, but I wanted to create kind of a feeling of movement. So I've got this front right leg and the back left leg lifting up, and I've got the claws curling around. And yeah, here's the platform that the house is going to sit on. And underneath, I just have some supports made out of spruce fences. And I've thickened up the area up here just so it makes more sense that these could hold up a platform. And so, yeah, basically, I just made these out of yellow terracotta. And there was a little bit of block spam, but I built it on a diagonal so that I could get the kind of sharp ends. But I've never built a house on a diagonal, so this will be an entirely new experience, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's get started on that. So it turns out that building on a diagonal is actually very tricky. But when it comes to learning, it's very important to do things that you aren't necessarily comfortable with at first. So I just kind of went for it, and I'm really satisfied with how this has come out so far. So I've just got the mangrove planks making up the main body of the house. And I've got the stone bricks on the edges of the roof, the dark oak planks that make up the main part of the roof. And I thought about kind of flattening this out with slabs. And I may still do that later, but for now, I'm really liking how flat it kind of looks with just the planks. And then I've got a chimney over here just with the campfires that I will eventually connect to a cauldron on the inside of the house. But as you can see, I have done no interior details yet. So that'll be my next step. And I also want to do some details on the outside, maybe something coming off the back here. But yeah, here's the main part of the house. And then over here, I kind of want it to be like a storeroom where she can keep all of her ingredients because she is a witch, so she will make potions and things. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. and the interior is finished. So I've got a little kitchen over here. I've got her cauldron bubbling away in the back. I've got a little sleeping area here, some storage over here with a closet that has nothing in it. But then over here, I've got a little storage area for her ingredients. So I've got some mushrooms, some nether plants. I thought she could be studying some sniffer eggs. She's got some flowers and bamboo and cactus back there, and I thought the dripstone was just a nice touch. And then out through the back of the house, I've got this little staircase, because Baba Yaga does have to come down sometime, and while the legs will make it most of the way down, they won't be completely flush with the ground, so I imagine the staircase could kind of fold out that way, and she could come off of it that way. So yeah, here it is finished. Like I said earlier, building on a diagonal is super tricky, but I think I did pretty well for my first time. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you so choose. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to see me take a look at next, and don't forget to check out a book from your local library. See y'all! Hey y'all, my name is Babbles, and welcome back to Building Tales, the series where I'm teaching myself how to build better in Minecraft using stories. In the last video, I built Baba Yaga's house, and I'm really proud of what I made. But it is just a house. On a platform with chicken legs, but a house nonetheless. So I want to kind of flesh out this scene a little bit. So one other thing that Baba Yaga has, other than a house on legs, is she's got a mortar and pestle that she uses to move around in. So I'm going to build that today. But I also want to kind of alter the environment a little bit. Maybe add some trees so it doesn't just look like her house is out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to get started on that. So here is the mortar and the pestle, and it's a very quick build. I wanted it to be relatively small so that she could just fit in there. And when I did my research, it was a little thin, it was a little cramped, so I really kind of wanted to emulate that. And I do have a little bit of decoration with the reinforced deep slate on both the bottom of the mortar and the top of the pestle. And compared to the size of her house, it is rather small, but I wanted it to be able to be a little more flexible, get into places that the house maybe couldn't, to kind of justify having a mortar when you have a house that can move. So yeah, there's that. And now I'm going to get on to the terrain. So right now I have just the basics of a little terrain down here, and I kind of wanted it to seem like maybe the house had been resting here for a while. So that's why there's not really much grass, there's more flat dirt here. And I just wanted to make it a little bit varied. So I've got the podzol here, and then I've got some coarse dirt. And then over here and a little bit back there, I added some moss. And I took away most of the growth that comes along with the moss. I just left a couple of bushes and then some grass. And then I also wanted it to seem like maybe there were some extra flattened bits from when the house was walking. So this foot here would have left this kind of imprint in the ground. Then I've got some rocks that maybe it kicked up when it was standing up. So yeah, I'm going to add some trees now. So, our little forest is all finished. Now, these are heavily inspired by pine trees, and I actually live in a place with a lot of pine trees. So, for reference, I just kind of went outside. So, I've got some of these bigger ones, and I just made these out of a couple of different types of basalt, and then the regular tuff, and then acacia, and then I put a little bit of spruce in there, and then just birch leaves on top with a couple of fences. And I decorated them with some stone buttons as like the knots in the trees, and then some lichen just for some growth on them. So I've got these big ones, and then I've got these smaller, thinner ones kind of interspersed among them, and I grew the grass around them a little bit. But I just wanted to have them kind of on the sides here, as if the house kind of bulldozed its way through. So I've also got some broken trees down here and over here a little bit, as if it was breaking them on the way through. So, yeah, that is Baba Yaga finished. So, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you like, subscribe if you so choose. Comment down below what stories you'd like to see me take a look at in the future. And don't forget to check out a book from your local library. See y'all!